television station of Vail and Beaver Creek Resorts.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. With me now, Jim Steinberg. We've been looking forward to talking to you, Jim. Welcome to Good Morning Vail. Thanks for coming on. And we've been talking about the book the last couple days and showing the viewers some of the photos that are in the book. And I think we got a tight shot of the cardboard cover of the whole thing, because it's actually two different books. It's a road atlas and travel guide along with this fantastic picture book here. Now, before we came back from the break, you were saying, I was asking how long it's taken, and really from the idea, the spark of the idea till the book was about 3.5 years?
3.5 years from the time we thought of the idea. The primary photography took 2.5 years, and if it weren't for my staff, we'd probably still be out doing it, but they finally said, enough. They took my car keys away, put my cameras in the closet, and said, "We got a book to produce."
No, I was asking also. I mean, I'm a photographer myself, so I was asking you what you shoot with, and you said you still shoot film, which is great. I believe that's the most organic and beautiful way to shoot, with the large field cameras, as well as 35mm.
That's right.
But a lot of people don't realize, Jim, that obviously this isn't just going out and taking pictures, even with high-end equipment. So, for example, we'll maybe go through a couple of these shots. You can, if you remember, kind of explain what was going on and how long it took, what time of day. Because people don't realize the amount of time it gets set up into shooting certain things.
This is a place called American Basin. It's on the Alpine Loop Scenic Byway, outside Lake City, up towards Cinnamon Pass in southwest Colorado. And these are the headwaters of the Lake Fork of the Gunnison River, and that's Handy's in the background, which is a 14er. And this is all bittercress primarily is the flower. I probably went there 3 or 4 times. It's one of my favorite places to photograph wildflowers in Colorado. It's great in the summertime. And this is a midday shot in late July as the clouds are coming in and building up for the afternoon thunderstorms. And oftentimes what you'll get is that brief moment of calm before those winds start back up again. And that's when you have to be ready to go.
Now, whenever you're shooting water, I noticed throughout this God, it's such a gorgeous book. A lot of the river shots, you have that nice, velvety, silky flow. And for those who don't know out there, that obviously takes a longer shutter speed, so that limits you as to when you can take that because of the amount of light coming in. So, I mean, a lot of these shots take a long time to set up.
They do. They take a long time to set up, a lot of time to scout them, and you go back to someplace 2, 3, 4 times. There's one shot in here that I've been looking at. Probably took me about 10 years to make.
Is that right?
And that's just right up here on the Colorado River at Kremling. I kept thinking, I mean, I've been past this place 1,000 times because it's near home, and I always kept thinking, oh, this is a great nighttime shot. I'm going to get this in the evening. And I was camping out there one night, and I woke up in the morning, and all of a sudden the sun is coming up over the hill, the water's calm, there's mist, there's beautiful clouds. I'm going, bang, there it is.
Right there. Just do you find often when you go out and when you're out looking for the particular shot just like that, that often it's out of your control? You can find where you want to shoot, but whether it's the elements or the timing, whatever, and often it just like that, it just presents itself, and you have to be ready to take it.
Anytime when you're working in nature, you learn early on that you are the junior partner, and you don't really have any control. You get what you get. So.
I was talking, this is a good shot right here. I've been mentioning on air about taking photos that, did you find, because you were obviously shooting year-round for several years on this.
Right.
I always tell people that I think in the cusp of seasons, whether it's the end of the season or beginning of a new season, because of the different temperature changes and natural changes, you often find these amazing things that happen. I know up here, when we go from summer to the cooler weather, all the rivers will steam and the golf courses will steam and they give off all that extra heat. So you really were probably up before sunrise most of the time, because that's a great time to shoot.
I generally get up and do a lot of my work in the first hour of the day and the last hour of the day. And this is sunrise, a place called Smith Mesa outside, again, also on the Colorado River Headwaters Scenic Byway, after a night of just brutal storms. and then all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, then it clears and calms and the sun comes up and you get these beautiful fogs.
I think, in addition to the fantastic photos in this book, is this, which is really interesting, I think, is the road atlas and travel guide. And you have all kinds of maps in here. It tells people where you took shots, how you took shots, what kind of amenities or things that might be in an area for people to look at. How did you come around with the idea to do the 2-for-1, to get all this into one? We're actually looking at some of the maps right there. There's the top of the Rockies Byway, out by Leadville. Now, you did most of your, if not all of this, out of the back of your car. Tell us about that.
Well, I've got a nice little 1980 Volvo wagon that I've used for quite a while. It has 518,000 miles on it right now.
My God.
And it's been a pretty good travel companion for me, and we go together everywhere. It's my home away from home, my office, living room, dining room, bedroom, and kitchen. And it works very well for me. But what we wanted to do here was give people a sense of the entire state of Colorado, which is why the Scenic Byway system is such a good lens, because with 25 designated scenic and historic byways, Billy, the Colorado Scenic Byway system is the largest in the country. And it encompasses the entire state from Julesburg to Cortez, from Dinosaur to Lamar, and literally everything in between. And so we thought that would be a great idea. And then once I was going through and doing the photography, I was thinking, you know, and I'm out there by myself, so I have quite a bit of time to think. And it occurred to me, well, we can't just do this book. We really need to do something that allows people to go out and do this. And what better way than to come up with a companion book that you can take with you, put in your car, and that gives you not just a map, which is what most atlases do, but it tells you the essentials about every byway. It'll give you the highlights as you're driving through.
I was going to say, if I can hold this up while you're talking, if we get a tighter shot on this, it does. It tells you everything you need to know about a particular trip. I mean, everything is, all the information.
And then we have things that we think you might want to stop and do. If you want to go off the main road, here are some other ideas. Plus then, Susan has written a tip on nature and I've written a tip on photography, so that we try and make it not only fun and interesting, but also easy to go out and do. And even now, when gas is $3.75, $4 a gallon, right here in the Vail Valley, there are 4 scenic byways that you can do on a tank of gas from right here.
Right here.
Yep.
See, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. It's just right there for the taking, to just go out and get it. I know a lot of people out there, because I talk to people all the time who really want to take better pictures. They really want to take, and I was going to touch on the fact you had, on each one of these, there is a photo tip. And would you agree that a lot of people who want to learn, the best way to do it is to, first of all, maybe pick a picture that they want to try and replicate, to try and get an idea of how the camera works versus how nature, how you have to deal with that thing, with things like that. And so you have these tips, which those two combined, I think, can really put people on the road to making nice photos.
Right. There's a lot of things that you can do. We've got the tips in here. Hopefully, the big coffee table book. For people who really want to learn photography, there's a lot in there to look at and study. We use all kinds of light in all kinds of weather, and it'll give you an idea that you don't just go out on a beautiful day and take a pretty picture. You can go out in nasty weather and get some really, really lovely things.
Yeah, I always tell people that, you know, when I'm trying to do the weather, you know, I try to, because around here everyone wants the sunshine, you know, and they don't really want thunderstorms, but I always say, you know, that's what makes the best sunsets. That's what makes the most dramatic looking skies, and especially for photography, you kind of want that, because if it's just totally blue and beautiful, which is great, there's not a whole lot going on, you know.
Not always, no.
You want that influx of drama.
Need to put something else in there.
Now, where can people get the book? Is it on shelves now?
It's on the shelves now. It was released 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Here in the Vail Valley, you can get it at the Bookworm and Eagle. You can also get it online at coloradoscenicbyways.com, which is the website that we've set up to do exactly what the book does. It has all kinds of wonderful features, and it's going to be interactive, so that as people are out traveling on the byways, they can tell us their stories, and we'll go ahead and post them on the byways. And the other thing we're going to do, which is fun now, not everybody can be a 14er, that is climb all 54 14ers, but anybody can be a 25er and do all 25 scenic byways. And if you do that, you are going to know the state of Colorado. And so we say, fine, you do that. When you're done, hold up, we'll make a cheesy photo of you in Colorado Scenic Byways by your favorite sign. We'll post it on the website, and we'll send you some great stuff for your car.
Oh, that
so
is
it'll
fantastic.
be a fun, interactive thing.
coloradoscenicbyways.com.
And then they can always call us toll-free at 888-879-3718.
And get out and go to the Bookworm and check this book out. I can sit here and show you pictures and talk about it, but until you pick it up and see the absolutely beautiful photography in it, you won't know until you really look at it. It's fantastic. Jim Steinberg, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks, Billy. My pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to meet a fellow Shutterbug, and this was really spectacular, so thanks so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take it to, actually, that's it for the show, folks. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day. Enjoy this last weekend of summertime.
Welcome to the Vail Home Show and another beautiful season here in the Vail Valley. Hello, I'm Jennifer Zeppelin. This is just one of many incredible mountain retreats.
Jules